Today we're going to be subtracting integers. Okay, so the past week we had been adding all the time. That's all we were doing. Today we're subtracting. So in this problem, 3 minus 8, when we are subtracting integers, and we can use our car, we're going to start at 3. So let's go to 3. But because we are subtracting 8, what are we going to do? We're going to move 8 to the left. So from 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where did I end up? Negative 5. So let's say we had 4 minus 10. Where would we start our problem? Where would we start our car? At 4. And would we move to the right or to the left? To the left, because we're subtracting 10. Now, notice how I'm circling the minus with the 10. Do you see that? That helps us remember that we're moving to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where did I end up? Negative 6. Let's try this again. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. How come the 10 you included with the negative? Is it a negative 10?
Yes, it is like a negative 10, because if you think about these two, wouldn't this be the same thing as saying 3 plus negative 8? Would that equal negative 5? If I said 4 plus negative 10, would that equal negative 6?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're just simplifying by just putting the negative.
So let's say I have,
Subtracting is actually like adding.
yes, they go side and side. So let's say we have 5 minus 12. If I circle my minus sign with my 12, this would be the same thing as saying what? 5 plus negative 12. Yes or no? And what would that equal? Negative 7. Negative 7. Now, the rule, when we are subtracting integers, says that we have to add the opposite. We have to add the opposite of the second number. So what's the opposite of 8? Negative 8. What's the opposite of 10? What's the opposite of 12? Negative 12. So let's say we have negative 4 minus 2. Now we can use our number line. Start at negative 4 and move left negative 2. Move left 2. And what do we get? Negative 6. If we use our rule to add the opposite, it would be the same thing as putting a plus sign here. Negative 4 plus negative 2. And what do we get? Negative 6. So let's say we have negative 8 minus 4. So we can use our number line. We can start at negative 8, move 4 spaces to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where did we end up? Negative 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. We end up at negative 12. If we were to use our rule for add the opposite, that means we have a plus sign here. Negative 8 plus negative 4. Because what's the opposite of a positive 4? A negative 4. Let's say we have negative 10 minus 3. If we use our rule, we have to add the opposite of the second number. So what happens? Negative 13. Notice that the same rules for adding apply. We have the same sign. Same sign. Add and keep the sign. So what happened up here? Did we have same or different signs? Different sign. Subtract and keep the sign. Let's try another example. Let's say we have 2 minus negative 3. So what happens here? Okay, I'm going to tell you something. The easiest way to go. Do you see how we have 2 minus signs here together?
Yes.
Anytime we have the 2 minuses together, they become a plus. So this means the same thing as 2 plus 3. And what would this equal? 5. Let's try it again. Let's say we have 10 minus negative 4.
And the negative becomes...
So the rule said add the opposite, right? If we add the opposite, that means this becomes a plus, and the opposite of the negative 4 is a positive 4. Yes or no?
Yes.
Wouldn't this equal 14?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say we had 5 minus negative 3. Same thing as saying take those 2 minus signs. What can you do with 2 minus signs?
Connect them and put them as...
Wouldn't they become plus? 5 plus 3. Let's try this again. Let's say we have 25 minus negative 10. What should we do? We have 2 minuses. 25 plus 10, which would equal 35. Okay.